Mike, what's the overall attitude of the team, and how has practice gone so far this week?
You know what? I think the attitude of the team is we know we didn't play our best on Saturday, and we want to learn from it. That's what we're doing every single day. Every single day is a battle. Get 1% better at one thing that you do in your life, and that's what we're striving to do every single day. We're not going to let this loss from last Saturday beat us this Saturday, and that's the goal.
What are some of the main takeaways from Saturday? What are some areas you want to get better at specifically?
I think offensively, as far as the offensive line goes, we need to get better push up front. We weren't getting the push we wanted. We weren't getting the push we expect every single week. So that's our goal this week. Better our pad level, LPL, and 1% better.
Been running the ball very well this year. Can you talk about the play of the offensive line and some of your running backs?
Absolutely, yeah. I think as an offensive line, cohesive. We're very cohesive. We're all really good buddies. I think we're all nasty. We all want to do our job to the absolute best of our ability, and we're doing a really good job working together so far this year. And the running backs are a great complement to our blocking. We don't have to give them that big of a hole. They'll find it. They'll hit it hard. They're doing a great job. Jax, Ladarius, Sean Tyler, all those guys, they're doing a really good job. I'm proud of them.
Time of possession numbers this year have been really heavily skewed towards your end. Has that been a point of emphasis, or has that just kind of happened naturally?
You know what? It has not been a point of emphasis going into the season. We didn't emphasize that whatsoever, but I think that just speaks to how we've been running the ball, how we've been executing on offense, and we've been putting emphasis on executing, and I think the time of possession comes naturally if we execute properly.
Can you speak to some of the leadership on this offense outside of yourself? I know there's several guys. Can you just speak to that?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of leaders on the offense, and that's a really good thing. The more leaders, the better. Sky Morris stepped up really well as a leader. Caleb Ellaby, Sean Tyler, Ladarius, Anthony Torres, all those guys. We're all leaders, and we all know what needs to be done, and we're doing our best to get it done every single day.
Preparing for this Saturday, what have you seen out of Kent State, and what do they do well defensively?
Kent State's a really talented team. They do some things that we haven't quite seen a ton this year. They have a 5-down bear front that we haven't seen a lot this year, so that's going to be a good challenge this week. We're working hard on that. And there's just a lot of good players on their defense. I'm sure the same offensively. So it's definitely going to be a really good challenge. I'm excited for it.
And what's the mentality of the group? I know after a tough setback Saturday, what are you kind of looking forward to most having the opportunity to play again Saturday?
Absolutely. Saturday was an extremely humbling experience. We found out that if we don't execute and prepare the way we need to prepare every single week, we can be beat. But if we do execute and prepare properly and do every detail to the best of our ability, there's not a lot of teams in the country that can beat us. So that's kind of the attitude going into this week. If we prepare and execute, we'll be all right.
And so Saturday's homecoming. Can you speak to how important that is and what that adds to the atmosphere and just the overall importance of the game?
Absolutely, yeah. Western Michigan, the university, I know means a lot to a lot of people. A lot of alumni are going to be back this weekend, and I think it's our job as a team to put on a show for them and show them how much they mean to us and how much they give back to us. It means a lot to us, so we got to do our best to give them a show.
First of all, how are you feeling, and what was it like being back close to fully healthy this weekend?
I'm feeling good. It felt good just to be back out there, be back on the practice field. You don't realize how much you miss the game until you're away from it. So being back out there, it was refreshing. I feel a little rusty, as I should be from not playing for so long, but I feel like I played pretty well, and just trying to get the win the next time though.
Yeah, you had 9 tackles, so you must have been feeling pretty good. The defense has been very successful against a run this year. Specifically, what do you attribute that to?
Our front seven is we've taken on the role this year of stopping the run, being downhill fitters as linebackers, and staying in our gaps as linebackers and D-line. So everybody committing to the run it's a team effort, and that's something we attributed to our defense this year.
Has there been a specific area of emphasis overall in the season, or is it kind of a game-by-game type of thing?
In terms of the run?
Yeah, in terms of the entire defense.
Yeah, emphasizing the run. Our main three things are effort, communication, and eye discipline. We feel like if we had those three things every game, that we will put ourselves in good position. So.
Now the defensive line is tied for the lead in the MAC for sacks per game. Can you talk about them and how, when they perform the way they're capable of, how it affects the entire defense?
Yeah, when they perform, it makes it a lot easier on the rest of us back there. So we always talk about how good coverage allows them to eat, and then them eating allows us to it's easier on the back end. So if they do their job, which they're really good at, we have really good defensive linemen. So when they do their job, it's real easy for us on the back end.
Now, what do you see out of this talented Kent State team?
Fast. They move at an incredible pace. They have good players, good speed all around. So it's going to be an incredible challenge for us this week.
What was practice like so far this week, and what was it like specifically today?
It was good. We felt like we had a good first day. We were able to move on from the loss and come out here and not allow that game to beat us twice. So we feel good about this week, and we just got to keep working.
And how do you expect to perform Saturday? What are kind of some of the keys that you're looking into?
The main thing that we've been talking about is just lining up. They move so fast that they try to just get us out of position. So if we just line up and do our jobs and be in the right spots, we feel good about Saturday.
And I asked the same question to Mike, but homecoming Saturday, what are you looking forward to about kind of the atmosphere, and how can that help the team play well?
Homecoming is a big thing. You know, all the alumni coming back, everybody coming back, former players that I played with, that was before me. Everybody's just coming back to have a good time and be here in Kalamazoo. So it's important to us that we put on a show and we come out with a win.
Did I see the last time we played Kent State? Did you have a pick six or a fumble recovery for a touchdown? Do you remember that play? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, punt return. We was on punt return. I'm a freshman. Just kind of easing my way into things, and somebody hit him. I think it was D Eskridge, hit the punter. The punter fumbled. I just happened to be there scooping and score. So it was a crazy little sequence, but it was fun.